This tape concerns disenabling of the intellectuals. I'll just cite two examples and explain what I see in them. The first example is Claire Daly, a former member of Irish Parliament, now in the EU Parliament. She wonders how could it be that the German Green Party could be so vitriolic and far right when they were the ones who wanted to look after the earth and foreign peace. She struggles to understand the situation that they could be embarked on to keep things heated up in the Ukraine parameter, and reflects on her inability to comprehend this. Now, there are two factors that I bring to the evidence room that could resolve this consternation doubly quick. But Claire Daly's mind is like the media in some respects. It has a narrative that it insists on. And that narrative is the narrative concerning negotiations and peace and so on, which I agree with, all things being equal. But she ignored that the German Green Party was put purposefully on the back of my father's obituary. That it was done with the shenanigan of don't know who to signify the Green Party, the who, the Ono, and the Dawn, by a man who talked about threats and injecting people. And if you look at the Pitt News administration, they said bound for Maine. If you look at my anti-apartheid articles, they put Mount Beatty rather than Mr. Beatty for Mount Desert Island. And I was cued, if you try to help black people, they will only turn on you. And the idea was that they had solidarity with the NAACP. In fact, Spike Oldname, I'm his spinner meeting guru, Cornel West. I mean, well, you know the type anyway, the NAACP Black Panther scene, who put up the Lady Panther for Dixon and Pussy Ball arrangements with the Goto Ono headquarters of the Green Party. Regaled, the NAACP regaled Will Zell, strident Goebbels advocating neo-Nazi from Norristown as a shining exemplar of the Jewish Defense League. No, I'm not joking you, because they believe in an art. What that means is they released AIDS and they released COVID, and that's what Claire Daly's mind can't grasp. The German Green Party was never intending to do anything but reignite extermination programs. Now, I'll bring the second example, which is myself. The best measure that an intellectual has been disenabled is when the people who tortured him, who murdered his father, demand help from him. You're completely disabled. The criminally insane museum thieves of the showman robber barons in the city of Pittsburgh have chased me to Tacoma and mobilized Tacoma to make sure I understand they were threatening my family. In fact, they've exampled in a swastika playing board arrangement signifiers showing that they're tuning in psychotically to something that they consider to be their curiosity cow. They called me the walrus in their script. And Biden never arrested Gilbert, never investigated this. He ignored the murder of seriously Kennedys and two Kennedys. The Postal Union just glossed over it, even though they were involved. So it's highly sacrilegious to say that I should be helping the people who murdered my father and tortured me. That's sacrilegious. It's criminally insane. It has no consanguinity with any form of ethics. Now they say they invent this syndrome of patriarchy, and they deflect. So you are the patriarchal symbol. So and that's why Donald Trump chose me. Here, I'll give you a mini Donald Trump mini, and they call it cow hooves therapy. You can tear it apart. And they say, well, the only way that you can prevent us from getting our therapy this way is by doing what we tell you to do. Right here. The bottom line is I'm a person. I've explained what happened to the public. The public owes me the dignity of leaving me alone at the very minimum, and they will get nothing in return. What they owe me in terms of ethical standards in a moral small business capital society is reward for my labor, not demands for promises to help sweltering prisoners. I do that because I believe in it. I write my articles and Twitter my issues, my concerns, because I believe in it, not because some twisted psychopath from Clint Eastwood Studios working the Black Panther lobby with Donald Trump comes and sticks a knife in somebody's back and says, "You're next." I don't deny that I'm concerned, but I do not disenable myself by making promises to the criminally insane.